Hello, SUMO. Hello, community members. Hello, lurkers. Hello, internet. Hello, students that are joining us because it's summertime. Hello, people who are coming back from the all hands. Hello, larger vicinity of the internet. Welcome to the support community, Mozilla support community meeting for June 20th, 2018. You have made it this far. Congratulations, this far into the future. We would love to have more of you and love having you that are already here. Thank you so very much. So last week we had an all hands, so sorry for missing out on a meeting last week. We have lots of fun goodies and exciting notes and some decisions to present to you from this past week. It was all very, very exciting, so we're going to give people about a week or so to recover. Traveling does take a lot out of you, and we are if you would like to watch more content and you were missing content, there is actually some videos that have been posted from the All Hands on Airmo. There's a new Airmo uh, website that's going up with the new technology. If you're interested in that and you haven't found it already, please feel free to ping myself or the Pound service desk, and we can get you updated there. The Etherpad this week has been added to the documents. However, there are a couple of pings in IRC saying they can't log into GDocs. So I'm going to copy it into the Etherpad that was meant for this week. Going forward, we do need to find an alternative to the Etherpad because Mozilla has decided to not support Etherpad any longer. So what that means is that any historical Etherpads that have been archived or are linked to will no longer be, and the link will no longer work. So in the meantime, there's an open pad. Speaking of which, there's an open discussion in the forums. We would love for you to add your input to, and please do that. So we want to make sure it's a community decision, but in the end, we will have to have a um, tool that is supported by Mozilla in IT. So check that out. I'm having actually some trouble finding the link for this week. If anyone has that handy, please do let me know. Doing two things at once is quite silly. But I'm going to hand the microphone off to Mihal while I try to do this. And please take it away.
Okay, so which section should I pick up from?
After the introduction.
Okay. So yeah, big news coming. Generally, we have product updates for you down the line. We have Firefox 61 coming in more or less a week, so be prepared. It's not a major release, but there will be some small changes and updates to the existing content on supportmozilla.org, so more about that in a while. Yeah, like I already mentioned, this is not a big release, but product updates are just a part of the updates we're going to have in the coming weeks for you as the support team. So more about it in a second. For the cool news of the week, MozFest is now open for proposals. This is very important if you want to join Mozillians in London for a festival of art, science, activism, and the open web. This is probably the best opportunity to do so if you have a proposal for a module or a talk or anything related to the many varied subjects that MozFest handles every year. I've been there once. It's a very intense event, but it's totally worth going to. You will meet amazing people, and of course, if your proposal doesn't get approved, you can still go. Like there is no problem in joining just the festival on its own. Also, we do have Logbox for iOS coming, so this is something that we would like to test with iOS. And there's a GitHub repository for that project. You're more than welcome to take a look. And if you have iOS devices, just give it a spin. This is, of course, in early stages, so expect things not to work properly or expect some problems trying to get things running properly, but that should not discourage all the testers among you because, well, it's a matter of improving things before they get launched. So if you have iOS devices, please help us out by taking a look at the repository, and all the instructions should be there. For the platforms, or the platform, actually, we don't have any updates. We didn't have any big reveals or big news in San Francisco about the platform as well, so we're still in the same state we've been before the all hands. Additionally, Madalena at the very moment is away from the keyboard. She's not working, so she will be back soon. But tomorrow, if you were expecting a meeting, it won't happen unless we have something on the agenda, which reminds me I should put the agenda link in here as well. Moving onwards to the contributors of the week, we have MKLL and Random Firefox User. Thank you so much for being super active in the social replies. And yeah, you did a lot of stuff there. There's some information on the Social Bearing website. If you click that link, you will see the activity happening around the FX Help hashtag. So once again, thank you so much for being there while many of us were focusing on the all hands in San Francisco. Okay, moving on, we have the knowledge base and LTN updates. We've had almost 180 revisions in the last week, so huge thanks to everybody involved in localizing content. We had, speaking of San Francisco, we had a promising session and quite, well, several informal meetings between people from different sides of localization at Mozilla and the communities as well. So we also had open innovation in the room, and one of the big subjects was streamlining the release process when it comes to localization across Mozilla. So right now we have several different groups of people trying to coordinate how things are done for the releases. And release 61 is around the corner, so we can't do much about it. But for the next release, we're going to try having a more concerted effort in informing communities around the world about the content that's coming out regarding release 62. So stay tuned for more details. And it was generally great to meet a lot of people from around the world, some of who, of course, work on Elton on a daily basis, but some of who are on the community side, very active coordinators and organizers, but usually they just wouldn't appear. Like it would be hard to meet them in person unless you really live where they live. So it was great to see them in person and just have a friendly chat as well. More about another thing regarding localization and the Open Innovation team getting involved in it. And by the way, this does not mean that Open Innovation is taking over localization of anything whatsoever. Not at all. We're just experimenting with a few different approaches. And there's an example of this in the add-on localization campaign. So there's a link in the document in the notes. The top 10 global languages are getting the top add-ons localized. So the pages for the add-ons to increase their findability, to make it easier for users in those top 10 languages to decide what exactly they want. To install as an add-on in Firefox if this is the right thing. Right now, the content is mostly in English, so for some speakers of the most popular languages used across Firefox, and that may not work well if they don't speak English. So we're trying to address that using a campaign. And yeah, the Elton campaign is in full swing. More details on a thread in the discourse forum, in the Mozilla discourse, and you will find all the necessary links there as well. So if you have any questions, please ask there. Now, moving onwards to the Firefox 61 KB content, we have a new article which is called Access Hidden Tab in Firefox, and that's brand new, so it has not been localized before. And then there is a bunch of documents that are being updated. Not too many, which is great, but there's still quite a few small updates here and there. So when you have a chance, please take a look at them and make sure that your locale is up to date as well for the upcoming release. Thank you for that. And I believe with the Elton part done, I'm just going to take a very quick look at IRC, which today for me is a bit choppy. So apologies if you have written to me and I didn't receive a message. But yeah, if we don't have any other questions or comments about Elton at this very moment, I believe it will be time to pass the microphone back to Rachel for support forum, social updates, and whatnot.
Thank you, Mihal. So the Etherpad has been updated with the stage content that was there about 10 minutes ago. So any updates added will not be seen. But for the support forum, we have an event. So as Mihal said, there's a release coming to Firefox 61 coming to you June 26th. We will be having SUMO days all day online, the 28th, the 29th, July 1st, and July 2nd. These are Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday of the first couple of days of the release. Look for more details on the forums for what is coming to 61. There will be a post, which actually we need some help. So if you would like to collaborate, there is I haven't started a document yet, but it will be added to this document linked after the meeting. If someone has already started something like this, please feel free to let us know. We can combine the efforts. This is a call for help for there. Please sign up for SUMO Day. What are some of your favorite features coming for those of you who've been using Nightly or Beta? The public Etherpad for SUMO Day has been set up for you to add your name to be there on the 28th, the 29th, the 1st, and the 2nd. Fun fact, yesterday when I was answering questions in the English forum, we were at 95% of answering questions at 6 p.m. So thank you for all of your help in the forums yesterday. That's pretty exciting, considering I know that it was just a moment in time. I know that over time, at the end of the day, the time slot will say that we answer maybe 70 to 80% of all forum questions, but it was pretty exciting to see it all the way at 95. So way to go. Thanks so much. Onto social support. There will
I
be
have a question.
Yes, go for it, Chris.
Where's that text? At the end of the support form section, it says, please help. We need some help with creating posts for the 61 release coming up this week. What does that mean? Help creating posts for the 61 release?
Right. So, as you know, every release there's a sticky tab for release notes and new features coming to Firefox.
Oh, okay.
Insert
Like the
number here
contributor
release.
forms post?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So just need some help getting
All right.
that going.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. And then social support. So we're gonna have a casual meeting on Friday morning. Come say hello. Ping me, ping Noah, or ping Jonatas, and we'll get up there in Sumo Pound Sumo in the same meeting room, and we'll just be answering some tweets together, talking about social and getting the gist of some of 61. It will not be a recorded meeting, so if you have any questions about how to get involved, this will be a great opportunity to come. If you don't see us and it's later in the day, 9 a.m. PST is the time that we normally have a standing meeting, but if you don't see anyone in there, please feel free to ping us on IRC and we'll get some coffee and get on that webcam. We also need some help. So there is a new Trello board that's being experimented with. It is now public. That has about 300 Twitter questions categorized by language. There are 2 tiles. The instructions will be in the card, so please do read the card. It'll tell you clear instructions on what to do and how to participate. And do know that this is for casual support users. This is exported tweets that have been identified in reply that we haven't gotten to yet. Check that out. If you have any questions about that, find us in the Telegram group. Or if you're not part of the Telegram group, please feel free to reach out directly or in Pound Sumo. Pound Sumo and Pound AOA are the 2 channels that we tend to get the most questions about getting involved with social support. So you'll have people standing by, but please do make sure that you at someone or ping someone's name to get their attention if you're in IRC. There's a couple of bridges there. Yeah, so check out that Trello board. We do need some help. This is the attempt at centralizing all of the tweets people are working together on. And that's it. I do have a joke for this week. Per request, it's going to be about fast food. I don't know if this is Are there any? But before we do, are there any questions in IRC about those updates? I'm going to take a quick look. Nope. Okay, great. So we have one. I hope. Well. Okay, here's one. Why didn't the hot dog become a movie star? Well, the hot dog's roles weren't big enough. Yeah. For those of you who like to barbecue, I don't know what it's like in other places, but for the 4th of July that's coming up, you have a barbecue with a whole bunch of meat and stuff, and sometimes you make buns, and some people they like to grill the buns, or they grill the rolls. So if you like them black, um, this you can make your own movie, but starring the hot dog, but I don't think it'll have a very long life. So I don't think it'll be a movie. So as said in the joke, short film, short life, short role, no movie star for you, hot dog. So sorry. All right, I'm gonna hand it back over to what is next on our agenda. Now that we've got you smiling, we need some help. Are you savvy with Node.js or Glitch? There's some rumblings of an idea to help out with bug filtering, a particular machine learning language to help categorize unfiltered Firefox bugs into components of Firefox bugs. This is a great opportunity for those who are interested in learning about Bugzilla and those who are interested in helping train a machine learning bot for a project that is going to be run by an intern here at Mozilla. First, you need to watch that video. It's an introduction to Bugzilla, and then reach out to myself or Emma to get started. Also, we also need some help, as mentioned at the beginning of this meeting, moving forward from Etherpad. Please voice any issues in this particular thread. This is where we will be discussing it. I have seen a couple of comments in IRC. Please also add them to this thread so that we have everyone on the same page. Very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that is the end of our agenda. Are there any questions or
That's a wrap
comments
for
or
now.
fantastic for appearances? Do we have any appearances? Nope. Okay.
It was good seeing everybody last week.
Oh, yes. How was that, Chris?
It was very good. I would love to for the sumo team to do a post-mortem. I was doing a personal one myself on like what are the lessons learned and what are things that I could do better next time. And I think that's something the whole sumo team could do because I think it'd be nice if we had a room for the sumo sessions. Like if we had that locked down and we didn't spend so much time like trying to find one. So things like that, like that we could just do a post-mortem on the all hands and sumo specific post-mortem and look at things that went well and things that we could learn from.
Yeah, the room situation was something that I wasn't just fast enough, so it's totally on me. But basically, what happened for those who were not there, and we have a bit of extra time, so we couldn't grab a room on Thursday. We had an amazing room empty just for us with a projector on Wednesday, but Wednesday was also a very busy day for different sessions on different tracks to learn about things happening across Mozilla, including many interesting and experimental things. So we were all busy on Wednesday, and then Thursday, all the teams across Mozilla split up, and there were just not enough rooms for marketing people. And yeah, this is the part where I think for next year I'm just going to beg for a room even before the all hands gets. I mean, sorry, for the next all hands, I'm gonna start getting a room before the all hands starts being planned. So I'll just say, hey, we need a room. That's it, Carissa, give us a room, please, because yeah, we were enough to definitely have a room, and it wasn't the perfect solution. But I really appreciate everybody's flexibility, and I think we're probably the most flexible group of people that still manage to discuss things and did it in a quite productive way, I think. So you will all, by the way, and this is the part I kind of forgot to mention, even though it's very important, but everybody will see the slides that we were using. We're still going through the list of different slides because some of them may be actually confidential for different reasons. But we want to make sure that the things we share with everybody are totally legit, just to share out. And you will get summaries as blog posts, and you will be informed about them in the forums, so in the contributor forums, in the discourse forums, on Twitter. They will be coming over the next few weeks because the size is best, like with the amount of stuff there, it's best to just chop it up into smaller pieces so that we can have discussions in separate places about this, each and every part of it. And yeah, as much as possible, we'll try to summarize how things went and what are the biggest takeaways, including the way things are organized, I guess, as well. That's a very good point to make, Chris. Thank you for that. And yeah, there may be some photos. If everybody in the photos agrees to be posted online, we'll figure that bit out as well. I'm pretty sure that there are some photos that can be safely shared because there's not a human face on them. So in case you're wondering what that means, no, we did not have robots there, or at least not that many. But anyway, there's definitely going to be information summarizing the important talks and also the way we felt about it. Yeah, I hope I get everybody on the team to contribute to this, but I also want to make sure that there's a bit of organization around it. So please bear with us, and your patience always really appreciated. And I'm grateful for that because producing a lot of content requires a bit of time.
I also liked meeting like the people that were on social support and people in different areas of sumo. In some cases, I didn't even recognize their name at all, and I had to ask, like, "So, what part of sumo do you work on?" And then, like, it was great to meet everybody. That's it.
Yeah, I think personally for me, this is the first all hands in over a year as well. So it was just really good to kind of see some faces again and know that things haven't changed much, or like everybody's okay in that way. And then meeting people that I have never seen in person. So that was great too, because it's always good to make this human connection that we usually don't have, because guess what? We're all spread across the internet and this planet. Rachel, what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing. There's a little bit of a sticker culture at events with Mozilla,
Really?
and it's kind of like when you bring cookies to the office that you work, or if you there's like you bring a gift when you go over to someone's house for the first time. I I don't know if that is the same everywhere, but I know that it's a gesture where you um, it's an exchange. It's a fun way to bond with one another and promote your team and kind of get an idea. So if you ever go to a tech event, you might notice people put stickers on the top of their laptops or on their bags, or sometimes I've even seen a notebook. So people will carry around a notebook or even water bottles, to remind yourself to stay hydrated because it's a long event. So the stickers that are brought by the different teams are a great opportunity to make an exchange, learn about the team that they work on. If you work on a particular team or you volunteer for a particular team for a very long time, it's cool to learn all the other different ways that you can get involved at Mozilla. If you're curious and you don't have access to these stickers or haven't gone to an event, you can check out the volunteer page at Mozilla, um, at the Mozilla.com website. But I think that's my favorite part is going in and handing out sumo stickers to people who are like, wait, we have a support team. Wait, you do it on the forums? Like what? Why we don't have a phone line or an email address? So a lot of those conversations are really great ways to um, you know teach or learn a little bit more about what you do, and then we have the same questions about other parts of Mozilla, like the retention team. So you play with numbers all day? No, we actually do, other campaigns and create content. So that was me impersonating a hypothetical situation. But some stickers that you might see floating around are Firefox head stickers, or um, with the new Zillazab font for the new format. That stuff can be
Zilla Slab, yeah, yeah.
pretty
And
Zilla
yeah,
Slab,
I
yeah.
just wanted to add one shout out
Yeah.
to Danelle Dixon, who actually mentioned things on stage to everybody regarding the recent sprint, the support sprint. So I'm just waiting for because they're still not up on our Mozilla, but I'm pretty sure there will be some of the plenary sessions uploaded as videos to the Air Mozilla site, and you will be able to see and hear for yourselves that, yeah, you were mentioned there, dear people, so that was really cool. And yeah, there's definitely more and more cross awareness promoted across like around Mozilla for different people doing different things and the reasons why they're doing it and what help they need and so on and so forth. So this is becoming much better, I think, than in the past, and we're becoming less and less cornered, like all the different teams we have. It's more about reaching out and talking to each other more, and realizing that, hey, some problems we share can be solved together, or some challenges we have, we can power through if we join our forces. So that's really important to have as a resource in a way, or as a motivation. Okay. So with all this feel-good atmosphere and whatnot, I believe it would be good to call it done, because it's past. We reached the hour, or reached the time. Remember, people, tomorrow no platform meeting. And remember that you can find us where you can find us. Thank you so much for being there. We will see you soon, here, there, and everywhere else. Take it easy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.